commodity exports grew by 56% in the first quarter of this year. Now, what does that say about Nigeria, considering the fact that we recently came out of recession?
Looking at the import and export data, seeing that how exports rose 20% with commodity exports rising 53%, this is actually a welcome development to Nigeria, as if Nigeria continues to export, this will naturally support economic growth.
Now, based on records, we have agriculture and raw materials recording significant increases. What indices would you say is responsible for this improvement?
So when we're looking more at the agriculture increasing, we can see that Nigeria has actually moved forward to increasing rice exports. This goes back to what we were saying earlier about how Nigeria continues its quest to diversify away from oil reliance to other sustainable sources of growth. And of course, in the agricultural sector, it has there's a lot of potential. So if Nigeria continues to export via the agriculture sector, naturally such will positively impact growth.
Right. Now, still in the report, imports still remained high in the period under review. Let's paint a picture of what export is in relation to imports based on this data.
So naturally, we know that Nigeria is an import-dependent nation. That's one of the reasons why we saw the nation being under pressure back in 2016 with the recession. But as time goes on, as reforms are created, naturally, probably when Nigeria starts to export more than imports.
Mr.
Hello?
Lukman, how
Yes?
would you say Nigeria should and can balance imports and exports?
Well, in terms of how it can balance imports and exports, so naturally if the government continues to invest in the manufacturing sector, as we can see, manufacturing have actually skyrocketed, with manufacturing jumping over 600% in that period. So more investment in the agriculture sector could have a situation where the nation will be able to produce more and export more over time.
Right. It is widely believed that improvement in the investment climate of Nigeria is largely responsible for the favorable conditions. Would you agree with this statement?
This is a very interesting statement in the sense that probably what we are seeing right here is a situation where foreign investors are becoming more optimistic over the outlook of Nigeria. Yes, we did see a situation where economic growth in the first quarter slightly disappointed, hitting 1.95%. But what we can see is a lot of the growth was based on non-oil products. So if investors are seeing a situation where Nigeria is breaking away from oil reliance and achieving growth with other sustainable sources, naturally such would continue to increase investments.
You are talking about 2018, where you say investors are seeing favorable conditions. How would you say Nigeria would perform in 2018? How would you describe the economic outlook?
So the economic outlook personally looks highly encouraging. So yes, we know that right now Nigeria is still somewhat oil dependent, but I believe continual signs of easing inflationary pressures in Nigeria, signs of foreign exchange stability, which boosts foreign investor attraction, should encourage the Central Bank of Nigeria to move forward with cutting interest rates, and such a rate cut should stimulate economic growth further. So yes, right now Nigeria's growth remains an oil story, but as time moves on and the nation continues to diversify away from oil reliance, the outlook looks very encouraging in the medium to longer term.